Yes.
I could name the top 10 of the last iteration I just ran with the last parameters.
Do it.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Name the
All
top
right.
10
All
with
right.
commentary.
At 1465.
Are you starting from the
at
top
the
or bottom?
highest. Oh, let's start at the bottom.
Yeah, rank 10.
Rank 10 at 1273 is Jason Birdwell, who I have 12 games of him playing.
Okay. Cool. Nice work, Jason.
Rank 9 with 8 games and 1,283 points will be Eric Reha.
Ooh, that's our Warfare Weekend Grand Champion.
Yeah,
Nice.
and Warfare Weekend is not in yet, so he's likely to go up quite a bit.
Cool.
Rank 8 with 1,284 and 16 games is Luke Cook.
Our world champion. So
I
are
know.
these factoring in Invader League? Is that why?
No, Invader League is kept
Doesn't
separate.
count. Doesn't
Okay.
count.
So these are physical
will
games
do-
only. It's not TTS games.
I will do a completely separate set of ratings for TTS.
Okay, cool.
So rank, what are we on? 7 is Gordon Chase with 13 games and 1296.
Another of our
And
top 8 from Worlds.
6th place is myself with 24 games and 1,311 points.
This is why he wanted to list them, because he was on the list.
Well, that's why I said 10, because I didn't make it on top 5, but I made it on top 10.
Fair.
So that's why you have to wait through all these.
Right.
It's all starting to make
In
sense.
fact, you could probably just stop now.
Yeah. In fact, that's all we got. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, so who's number 5?
Number 5 is Joe DePinto, 15 games and 1,328 points.
DePinto. Okay, these names aren't surprising me so far.
Number 4 is John Griffin with 15 games and 1,360.
That's going to go to his head.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Number 3 is the long retired Nicholas Freeman with 12 games and 1,380 points.
Nicholas
Interesting.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Rip Nicholas Freeman.
Yeah, he's still holding down 3rd place, though.
He's going to love that. I hope he comes back someday, personally.
I do too. I actually personally invited him to LVO, so I hope he comes.
All right, what else we got?
2nd place with only 9 games, but 1,400 points is Davis Kingsley, the Scarf Man himself.
Davis Kingsley. I wonder what his ranking would be if TTS was factored.
I mean, he's got like 100% win record, maybe 99%. So it's going to be insane once I get those.
No, my understanding is Kingsley will lose like on an off day to like random people, but when like the dice are down on a big event, so I'd be interested if he got hit with some of those negative swings.
I don't have record of those.
Right. Yeah. So I was hearing some talk that like obviously when the chips are down, like he's on point, but like every once in a while he'll just lose to like somebody you've never heard of.
I think he tries weird stuff a lot, because I came really close, stupidly close on one game against him on TTS where he was trying something and it didn't work out for him.
But
I think he still won. Yeah, he still won.
And that's why you're like 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
First place. Who is it? Is it LJ?
First place, who is 65 points ahead of 2nd place with 15 games, is Douglas Crop at 1,465.
Really?
And no matter how I swing it, those top 3 stay pretty static. Douglas Crop, Davis Kingsley, and Nicholas Freeman. No matter how I change the parameters, those 3 always end up on top.
So in order for that to be legit, that would mean year 1 would have to be really heavily. Oh, I bet Freeman is really high because of how much he cleaned up at Adepticon last year.
Yeah, he was 8-0.
Yeah. Yeah, the 8-0 helped.
John, here's a great question for you then. Is there any sort of attrition or bleed built in? Because it doesn't sound like there is.
Nope.
All right. John, do you have the rest of the list?
I do.
Okay.
I have all of it.
Where is LJ ranked? What's LJ's rank?
So I've got a lot of windows open. Let's see. I don't have rankings on here. I just have the ratings. Oh, but LJ was not too far down. See, we had 13th place with 1205. 14th place.
Cool. How about Notorious Scoundrels? Where's Endless at?
Let's see. It's not going to say Endless. It's his real name. What's his real name? David Zelenka is 18th place with 1178.
All right. What about Mr. Barry?
He's in here somewhere.
And then
Mike Barry at 1100. He only has 4 games in the record in the system.
Mike Barry does?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he only played at LVO.
Yeah, that's all I have record of, at least.
Okay. What about Dornbos?
He is a little bit higher up with 1134, but also only 4 games in the system.
Oh, okay.
At around
and
20th.
Finally, and most important, where am I at?
You, Nathan Wiles, are at 600 and no, I'm kidding. You're at 16th place with 1197.
Nice.
Okay, I can live with that.
You are directly between Endless and LJ.
That was something that I thought was really interesting with your numbers there is like obviously like some of our world's players were lower and even like David who won continental championships is much lower than like some other people who didn't didn't play or didn't perform quite as well at some of those upper tier events, but it's just a lot of people who are getting a lot of games in getting those rank ups. So
yeah, so I would just like
interesting.
I would just like to point out, based on these statistics, if we look at my games at High Command last year, I lost to Nick Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
There was drama regarding that, and he was disqualified. Right or wrong for being disqualified, he was disqualified, so technically that didn't count. I lost to the world champion, Luke Cook, so I lost to the best player in the world. And I lost to Crop, who is the highest ranked player in the world. And I beat Chris Cook, who was my only loss the previous day at the last chance qualifier, so I redeemed myself. So all things considered, I am really badass at Legion because I only lose to the best players in the world.